All eyes are on you. She keeps you in her thoughts, but she'll never reach out to you. And you will be shocked at the explanation. A man's life is often spent working, perplexed, believing that men and women have the same emotional base. In fact, they aren't. Instead of taking responsibility, a woman would prefer to suffer alone. She would rather to go through your profile, replay your stories, and whisper your name than really do anything. Something to do. Is she, in your opinion, changing the numbers? While she waits, she hopes, but she will always take the lead. You will never look at relationships the same again when you figure out why. Make your comment in the space provided. I can get it done. Let me tell you the truth. It will be the worst if a woman you liked before suddenly stops paying attention to you, the video that you watch. I'll spill the beans on 5 embarrassing truths about she observes but she never initiates contact. Prepared to listen to every raw, see women, desire, and the unfiltered truth with maximum effect in this video, as well as your sense of value in ways that are ever evolving. To start with, she has a problem with excessive screen time. She can't get enough of you. In her mind, she never contacts you about you nevertheless. Reason being, she misses you, because her obsession with watching keeps her from getting what she wants from you, not because she's moved on. To understand, she can't get enough of watching things. Shrouded in darkness, she examining your photographs, anecdotes, and recollections. However, she will not break first. Why? When compared to men, women's emotional frequencies are different. When men are lonely, they tend to reach out. He will make an attempt. Can work on fixing it. One woman waits. Everything will be organized by her. Her future. Examine you covertly. She stops watching because she wants you back. By necessity, she keeps tabs. Demonstrate your continued interest in her. This is the field of psychology that women study. At its core, a rejection would be worse for her. She flees from peril, making one seem weak. Engaging in quick communication by texting, phoning, or acknowledging. Just thinking about you causes her to lose. Without a budget, she carry it out. Reason being, women choose power above closure. Therefore, rather of touching, she watches. As she watches, time passes. Just give her time. She is counting on you to crack. Please visit her profile, like her posts, and to her direct message system. It's a game. That is a wise move. A lot of men get tricked. Men, keep asking yourself, is she watching? For a long time. No matter how much she cares, that's just not how women work. She reaches out to the person she's afraid she'll lose forever, to the guy she still has feelings for, and now. So, she continues to believe that you are not gone and eagerly anticipates your return, covertly collects details about your life in order to observe your joy while you're not around. Is curious as to whether you're considering her. She wants to know whether you've changed partners. As soon as she sees you, she starts to act suspicious. She refuses to engage with anything she finds unappealing. She will instead act in a way that draws attention to herself by publishing something captivating. Indulging in her fantasies. She'll share images with other men to test your curiosity, but she won't tell you. She immediately acknowledges that you are in charge of. She feels about it. Women hold on to their power until they are forced to. If she was desperate to have you back, not only observe. If you knew she would to your inbox, she would attempt to contact you via phone. Women don't sit around waiting for guys they may not get back with. If you've been paying attention, you can tell she's thinking about you. I get it. As soon as you stop looking her way and ignore her, she is going to freak out. She has no idea what's going on. All of a sudden, that's when real transformation takes place. You overthinker are going to linger with her. Your lack of speech will speak volumes. She finds motivation in your query about whether you've moved on, even if she doesn't comprehend your ideas at the moment. Absurd. Secondly, she despises being out of control much more than you do. She longs for your presence. She laments the lack of control. Instead of grieving immediately, she finds solace in contemplation. If she is still enthralling you, she probably hid her fears of losing you. That is not the point of this. The point is that I would never have abandoned you. Strength. A woman will end a relationship with a man when she feels helpless, not because she is unhappy. Intimate connection. She will put you through a battery of exams. If you bomb, when you're overwhelmed, when you start to need attention, she will retreat if you exceed her expectations. The majority of men think a breakup is sudden. Actually, it's more of a slow process, and before she even departs, her mood is decided. For what seemed like an eternity, she finally checked out. She left after finding the exit reason. Now this is where the majority of men fall short. They assume she is finished because she left, that she must have moved on with her life, that she must be happy apart from them. But what they fail to mention is, acknowledge that women may not always want a lasting divorce. Their goal is to see your response. Specifically, they want to see you lose it, go after them, and start by begging and then demonstrate that they were your world. She observes your disintegration as she sees you know they made the right choice. She is aware of you, the one who is waiting, and that is why she will never become successful. Initiate contact. She views reaching out as an admission that she is no longer manages it. Women don't worry about breaking up with males. Stress about breaking up with a manipulative man. Sincer this. If a woman really appreciates a man, she will spare no effort in her pursuit of his retention. She will speak and give in when he has her, but since she believes she is ahead in the game, she is quietly watching without saying a word, is under the impression that you are waiting for her, that you check her social media, that you are worried about her, and that you miss her. Internalizing recollections. Given her belief in it, she is not troubled. Reason to come back. She really believes she controls your brain. When that idea is shattered, her dread will start. As soon as if she finds out she can't control you anymore, she'll go completely crazy. She plans to publish an attention-grabbing piece as a test before contacting out. Photos with other men, status updates that suggest longing for another, lyrics to songs, without sugarcoating anything about your history. She'll patiently wait and see whether respond. She triumphs if you do. Dread follows if you don't, because she has no idea whether she made a mistake. She is confused. Is he gone, she asks herself? Is he beyond this? Why? Who does he think he is to exclude others? Was I supplanted by him? The roles are reversed. For the simple reason that a woman's worst nightmare is being emotionally unstable, not being alone with him. Consequently, she will never. Priority is given to making contact, since admitting her mistake would entail relinquishing influence, dynamic which is unbearable for the majority of women, with the hope that you would one day. She would observe, wait, and test. Let her believe she has influence over you. Therefore, the most effective course of action is to get out of there immediately, as soon as she feels your absence. When she sees that you aren't reacting, watching, or waiting, her strategy collapses, because now she's confused and wants to follow you. Profile. She is concerned that you may have supplanted her, recalls past experiences. Her decision-making process is meticulous. The true shame sets in now. For the first time, she now fears losing control more than losing you, and she might lose control of you at any moment. Authority. At that point, she will snap. Lastly, the individual. You win when your level of concern is lower than hers. When it comes to the unspoken law of attraction, most men have no idea what women are thinking. Love stories are beautiful, but they aren't tied down by a vow or a statement. The past. They link with feelings of apprehension, mystery, and emotion, worrying about their backing. When a woman gets you, she could still appreciate it, but her attention will quickly wane the moment she senses you're waiting and no longer perceives any challenge. Her interest in you may be fleeting, but she will not go after you since she had doubts about is already in a relationship with you. Women don't go after their rights. Women often get fixated on their unreachable boyfriends out of a fear of losing. She will be more interested in a man who is able to keep her on the edge of her seat. If he is unexpected, makes her feel like she may lose him at any moment. However, if she is aware that you are waiting, when she senses that you care more about her and are still connected, she relaxes and allows you do all the heavy lifting, the position. As a result, she enjoys being the center of attention when men don't return the favor, seek rather than resist, so diminishing their value. They respond emotionally instead than rationally. They stop being challenging and start being predictable. When a woman finds you predictable, it's done. Does uncertainty attract women? Have you ever seen that women tend to obsess? Who are toxic men? Why do they keep going back to the worst treatment? Because a convenient justification. That man is uncomfortable with her, knows how she feels about their connection. He may be very present one minute and very absent the next. The majority of men see this as harsh or uncouth when he departs after an outstanding event. Sexually manipulative. No one wants a man who is flexible enough to meet their demands. women don't desire men who are always there, conveniently located. They like thrills and desire the mental whirlwind. They're trying to get your attention and will stop at nothing to get it. Having too much focus or being easily accessible immediately detracts from the allure. The problem is, society urges be kind and most men learn to disagree. Man, be present, demonstrate your concern and express your love for her. She knows she must go once you finish. That person, nothing motivates her to pursue, solve, or succeed. Men are most alluring when they show zero emotion and care about the result in the slightest, to cast doubt on your support, to make her question it, holds her attention. Every time you double down, you unwittingly give up some value. Reading it, your worth decreases. Providing an explanation diminishes your worth. Whenever you pursue resolution, you give her more agency because in her view, the thought crosses her mind. If he's still as concerned as I am, I can have him back whenever I want. And if she believes she can have, women despise men who chase them, and if she does, she will never want you again. They honor men who decide to leave. Men who don't beg are valued by them. Individuals who are preoccupied with their own lives to fret for her return. And she'll notice and feel a difference when you transform into that person. And she is now the one actively pursuing you. What can be done to change the scales of power? At this exact moment, you should care more about her than she does, she says. She longs for you to be. Listen to her stories. She would like it if you were curious about her. It is anticipated that you must initiate contact, and when you don't, her thoughts start to wander. Her self-confidence starts to wane. Had I misread his intentions? Is he beyond this? Had he, at all times, really belonged to me? And whenever such ideas pop into her head, she'll experience an emotion she hasn't experienced for quite some time. I have doubts. When uncertainty arises, returning women. For the first time ever, she herself feels uncertain. No one feels more helpless than she does. She starts chasing after that. That is, in the event that she initiates contact. She finds out you're not like that at that point. Alternative men, you ain't in a bind. You are strong. Being unexpectedly overpowered is not easy for you. Suddenly, she wants you badly. When the time comes, understand that carelessness is a constant victor. From now on, you won't be interested in women. Never again will you have to sit about and beg for attention. If she's considering you once again, you'll be able to tell. Once she believes she has triumphed, she becomes disinterested. As soon as you compel her to seek, she sinks farther into despair. As you transform into the person preoccupied with his goal to be concerned with her games, she desires you and you succeed. That's the way to get her to regret leaving you and regain control. As a fourth point, words fail when silence prevails. She is forced to confront her own brutal and incontestable might, feelings, remorse, and the realization that she is lost. A woman will look on you for an answer and an argument. Who she is. Doing so will be her expectation if you don't. As a result, most men end up pondering whether, if they can only clarify things for her, it is their sincere wish that a last message of reminder might entice her to return. They need to convince her, since else she won't remember the good moments. Women don't work that way. Nothing matters when no feelings whatsoever. You might express yourself correctly, write the heartfelt letter, and pour your heart out. Due to the fact that ladies lack emotion, your sincere admission will not entice her back. To them, uncertainty is worse than no response at all. No other method of manufacturing. If you want to put women's fears to rest, you have to blend in. Because her mind starts to rebel, you must remain an unanswered question. She starts to consider what she could do, as she can't understand why you haven't contacted her, made other choices. She will never forget the way you held her close and stared at her. You elevated her to the status of a world-renowned woman. In the event that she can still reach you, none of that will happen.